Hi everyone! Welcome to Eileen Who Got Yoga. What does it mean when we say Chaturanga? The full name for Chaturanga is actually Chaturanga Dandasana, but most of the teachers just shortened it out to Chaturanga, and that's okay. So Chaturanga Dandasana, let's break down first the Sanskrit name.
Chaturari is 4. Anga is limb. Danda is staff or stick. Asana is pose.
So that's why it's Chaturanga Dandasana. So it's 4-limbed pose. So basically 4 limbs. So what are your limbs? Those are your arms and your legs. I will be teaching you for today what the pose looks like and the efforts that comes with it. We will start by opening the shoulders first. There's a lot of preparations that we need to do. So if you have a resistance band, it would be better for you to use a resistance band today, or if you have a yoga belt, that's okay too. So let's pull the band away from each other, and then try to feel whenever you pull the band or your belt away from each other, try to feel your collarbones. So let's just gonna point out what collarbones are. So these are your collarbones, and then when you pull the band away from each other, you feel the squeeze of the shoulder blades behind you, and then you feel your collarbones broadening away from each other. Good. And then let's inhale our hands up, exhale to the back, inhale up, exhale to the front. We'll do 4 more of that. Try to keep the arms straight, reach up, and then try to pull it away as you bring it to the back. And then inhale up, exhale to the front. Feeling your shoulder blades and your collarbone. Inhale up, exhale to the back, inhale up, exhale to the front. 1 more, inhale up, exhale to the back, inhale up, exhale to the front. Okay, so whenever you feel you pull the band away from each other, you feel the broadening of your collarbone. Okay, from here we will try to spread the fingers. This is already a practice. And then try to let your fingers point up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Pushing your wrists as much as you can. Spread the fingers. Arms straight. And then from here, notice how your shoulders may be hiking up. Try to draw the shoulders down. And then try to squeeze into the armpit. So you're going to squeeze your arms into the armpit. And you will start to feel your collarbones broaden as well. Okay, start to relax the shoulders. And then same thing, draw the shoulders down and then squeeze into the armpit. Good. Relax again the shoulders. We'll do 3 more of that so that you just feel it. Try to push your hands forward, draw the shoulders down, and squeeze into the armpit. Last 2. Draw the shoulders down and squeeze into the armpit. Last 1. Draw the shoulders down and squeeze into the armpit. And then maybe try to straighten those arms a little bit more. Breathe there. For 5. My arms are shaking already. 4, just the effort of it. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that's already a lot of effort. Okay, so when we come to your tabletop position, we would be creating that same effort on your hands and your shoulders. So bring your hands down to the mat, spreading your fingers, same thing. Draw the shoulders down and then squeeze into the armpit, holding the belly in. Let's inhale, head up, chest up, broaden your collarbone. On an exhale, rounding your back, pull the belly in. Inhale, head up, chest up, broaden your collarbone, squeeze the shoulder blades. On an exhale, rounding your back, pull the belly in. Last 3, inhale, head up, chest up, Broaden your collarbone, squeeze the shoulder blades. On an exhale, rounding your back, pull the belly in. Inhale, head up, chest up, broaden your collarbone, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, rounding your back. Try to feel how wide your shoulder blades can be away from each other. One more, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, rounding your back, hold the belly in, point your toes to the back, sit back into child's pose. Walk your hands forward, and then from here, drop the head down. Okay, how are you? Okay, now we're gonna press our hands down to the mat, and then we're gonna round our back like in cat pose as we shift forward. Remember to broaden your collarbone, squeeze into the armpit, and then try to shift forward as far as you can that your wrist is allowing it. It's not too painful. And then you're gonna push your hips back again into child's pose. Walk your hands forward. If you need to adjust a little bit more, drop the head down. Inhale, shift your body forward, round your back as much as you can. Broaden your collarbone and then try to squeeze into the armpit. Shift forward, keep rounding your back, and then shift back into child's pose. One more time, shift your body forward. Broaden your collarbone, squeeze into the armpit, push, round your back. Hold it here first and breathe for 3. Keep rounding, keep butt in, 2, 1, and then from here, child's pose. Okay, that's a lot for your wrist. Maybe you need to stretch out your wrist by swinging letting the back of your hands face each other and press it, and then swing it forward and back just to stretch those wrists. And then you can bring your thumbs inside your palm and then hold it with the rest of your fingers and circle it around, keeping your arms straight just to stretch your wrists here. And then circle the other way. Okay, how was that for you? Okay, next thing that we need to learn is bending the elbows. Sometimes when we bend the elbows, we don't realize that our elbows open up. For now, we might be needing a block or any item that you have around the house. Maybe you have a box, a shoe box, or any packaging box that you like, maybe for phones, that is as wide as your shoulders, okay? And then you're just gonna learn to pick up the block by squeezing the block in between your elbows, pressing your palms flat down to the mat, and then lifting the elbows up. And then you're gonna slowly squeeze the elbows as you bring that block back down. Lift the elbows up, squeezing the block, and then bring that elbow down. Lift the elbow up. We'll do 5 of that. Exhale, down. Lift the elbow up. Exhale, down. Last one, lift it up. And then exhale, down. Try to observe when you're doing this. Some of you might be compensating by moving your hips back and bringing the block down. So that's not, what happens is you're not really bending the elbows as much as you can. So instead of shifting your hips back, try to keep your hips where they are, and then it's just the elbows bending up and down, up and down. So it's more of your elbows bending rather than the hips moving back. Okay, how's that? Okay, so now that you learn to shift forward, broaden your collarbone, and then bend the elbows while squeeze it, we need to learn to roll the shoulder blades into Chaturanga. We're gonna do that by using a resistance band. Okay, if you have a resistance band at home, You can use this. If not, I will give you a different option later. Okay, so this is one option that we can do to learn to roll the shoulder blades back. So walk your hands forward close to your feet. If it's hard for you to straighten your back, you can sit on a block or on a pillow. 2 pillows if it's not yet enough, okay? So that you're able to keep your spine upright. Okay. Now, you can bend your knees just a little bit because it's not a matter of the hamstrings. Or you can keep your legs straight if it's hard to balance. From here, you're gonna pull your band and then you're gonna roll the shoulder blades back first before bending the elbows and squeeze the elbows beside you. This is actually similar to your Chaturanga already. And then pull the ribs, the lower ribs down to your navel. I have a different video for that. And then from there, slowly let go. Again, pull your band. This is like rowing. Roll the shoulder blades back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then you're gonna bend the elbows. Pull the ribs down, and then relax. We'll do 3 more. Bend the elbow, roll the shoulder blades back, squeeze the elbows together, and then let go. 2 more. Bend the elbows, roll the shoulder blades back, squeeze the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then maybe you can pull the ribs down just a little bit. Okay, 2 more. Is that already 3 or 4? Never mind, let's just do 2 more. Roll the shoulder blades back, bend the elbows, pull it back, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Okay, last one. We will hold the last one, of course. Roll the shoulder blades back, squeeze the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades, and squeeze the elbows, and then maybe can you pull the ribs down? Breathe here. Try to not let the shoulders go forward. Keep squeezing it towards the back for 5, 4, warming up your shoulder blades, 3, the muscles in between your shoulder blades, and 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, how is that for you guys? Now, if you don't have a resistance band, you have another option where you can just actually use dumbbells instead of a resistance band. Okay, I will try this dumbbells because this dumbbell's pretty big. This is gonna be a little bit, might be strenuous for your back. So if you need to do a little bit of sun salutation just to stretch out your back, go ahead. Let's inhale our hands up. Exhale, bend your knees. You can touch the floor, drop the head down, lift the hips up. Stretch your back. Inhale, hands to your knees, lengthen, chest up. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, you can bend it. Exhale, fold, hands down, head down. Inhale, all the way up, hands up. Exhale, bend your knees, touch the floor. If you need to, drop the head down. Inhale, hands to your knees, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, hands up. Reach up, stretch the body. Exhale, hands beside you. Back into your Tadasana. Okay. Let me see if I can carry this first. Oh, it's so heavy. Okay, let's see if my back can take this weight. Okay, you're gonna shift your chest forward. Oh, this is too heavy for me, guys. If you have a dumbbell, you can use a dumbbell. Use a pair of dumbbells, but that's too heavy for my back. Okay, I'll just use a band. You can still use a resistance band, or you can use a dumbbell. So just hold the dumbbell on your hands. It's basically the same effort. Okay. From here, you're gonna shift your body forward, and you're gonna hold the dumbbells beside you. Okay. From here, you can pull the ribs down a little bit. So you try to feel when you're super arching your back, it might strain your back too much. Maybe you need to pull the ribs in a little bit and shift forward, but not to the point of rounding your back. If you're still not aware of where your body is, try doing this in front. Go side view. onto a mirror so that you see what's happening to your back first. It's important that you're aware of what's happening with your back first before doing this, okay? So, but if you already know what's happening with your back, try to bend your knees just enough, and then try to shift your chest forward, but pull the ribs in enough so that you're protecting also your lower back, okay? You're gonna pull the band, roll the shoulder blades back, and then bend the elbows like Chaturanga. Squeeze the shoulder blades. This is actually pretty close to what Chaturanga should feel for your shoulders. And then pull the ribs in, because your ribs wants to come out. Try to keep the ribs in because that's going to be your core, and then slowly extend your arms. So you can use a dumbbell for this position as well. Roll the shoulder blades back, squeeze into the armpit, and then from there, we're going to bend the elbows, pull the ribs in a little bit, and then from there, slowly let go. We'll do 3 more of that. Shoulder blades back, bend the elbows, squeeze the elbows behind you, hold the ribs in, and then relax. Last 2. Roll the shoulder blades back, bend the elbows, and then squeeze the shoulder blades, and then squeeze the elbows, come back down. Last one. Whew, give me a break for my back. Okay, 1 more. You're gonna, okay. So if this starts to hurt your back, you can take a break anytime, all right? Take a pause the video, take a break. Okay, this is the last one. So shoulders back, pull the ribs in, squeeze into the armpit, shoulders back, and then bend the elbows. Squeeze the elbows behind you. Breathe here. Hold it. For 5, I know this is a lot for your lower back. 4, pull the ribs down a little bit. 3, maybe try to shift your body forward. 2, squeeze the elbows. 1, okay, come back up. Whew. Let's stretch the back, because that might like strain your back just a little bit. Bend your knees, and then let's just grab opposite elbow and then drop the head down. Rock your body side to side. Relax the head. And then try to shift your weight to your toes. Feeling the stretch here first. And then slowly roll yourself up to standing. How is that, guys? I'm already sweating. Okay. Now that you're able to do that, we're gonna come for today like with the knees down first. All right, now we're gonna come down to your knees. Grab 2 blocks. Hopefully you have 2 blocks at home that are of the same height. And then maybe when you have these 2 blocks of the same height, that would help you. Or if you don't have 2 blocks, maybe you can stack some books that will give you the same height, about this height, about the height of your wrist to your elbow. So that's the height that you would need, wrist to elbows, okay? So find something that you can stack on, like books that would be able to carry your weight, okay? We'll just practice for now. This is not yet the full Chaturanga, guys. There's 1 more effort that I need to teach you. From here, you're gonna round your back and then try to shift forward. Roll the shoulder blades. We'll just practice rounding your back and then squeeze into the armpit, and then you're gonna bend the elbows into Chaturanga. Okay, see the difference where you're just bending the elbows. Okay, 1 more. Okay, I'm just adjusting it as wide as my shoulders. Shift your body forward, broaden your collarbone, squeeze into the armpit, round your back, and then bend the elbow into Chaturanga. So far, that's what you've been learning. Okay, next, what do you need? You also need sliders. Okay. If you don't have sliders, what can you use? You can use a towel or a rag that can get dirty when you slide it on the floor, that you don't mind getting dirty, okay? Or any cloth. But if you have a carpet at home, you can use, you know, those microwavable, the cover for those microwavable rectangle containers. You can also use those. So if you have a slider, use a slider. If you not, microwavable covers, container covers, and or blanket or rag. Okay, so what we're gonna learn first is learn to push your hands forward, and then try to pull your hands back. Reach your hands forward. Look how my hips are not moving, but just the hands, and then pull your hands back by putting pressure on your hands, okay? So it's not just sliding your hands forward and back. Try to put pressure on the hands. So push your hands forward, and then put pressure on your hands and slide it back with pressure. Good. 2 more. Slide it forward, and then pull it back to you. Last one. Slide it forward and pull it back to you. Okay. Feel those pressure when you pull it back? We'll use that in your Chaturanga. Now in Chaturanga, let's do it first with the knees down, bringing back your blocks of the same height or books. We'll bring it we'll bring it back. My tongue. Sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, let's set that aside first. Okay, let's bring your hands behind your blocks or books, okay? Make sure the blocks are as wide as your shoulders. Let's try it first. Okay, so that you know, this is, they call it your safety landing gear, okay? Okay, now maybe you need to move your knees back, and you're gonna push back first into child's pose. Press your hands firmly into the mat. Remember the feeling of your hands on the slider. Press your hand firmly onto the mat. Put the weight on your hands as you pull forward. Broaden your collarbone. Everything happening at the same time. Rounding your back. Squeezing into the armpit, and then you're going to slowly bend elbows. Notice how I pull my entire body forward, that my knees are sliding forward already, and then you're going to bend elbows and squeeze the shoulder blades. Whoop, touch, and then push back up. Child's pose. Let's shift our body forward. Round your back. Broaden your collarbone. Squeeze into the armpit, and then try to pull your hands towards your knees as you bend your elbows into Chaturanga. Push back up. Child's pose. One more. Shift your body forward. Broaden your collarbone. Squeeze into the armpit, and then try to pull your hands towards your knees as you bend your elbows. Squeeze. Child's pose. Sorry guys, I'm laughing at myself because it's just hard. Chaturanga is really hard if you do it properly. Breathe. Okay. How are you? How are you so far? I hope you guys are still okay. Alright, now we're gonna go to your full Chaturanga, coming from downward facing dog, and then to plank, then down to Chaturanga. Same effort. Remember pulling the pubic bone towards the navel and to engage the front of the body. I'll do a video of that maybe next time, but for now, let's do this. Okay. Bring your hands down behind your block, and then you're gonna push back into your downward facing dog. Try to have that same feeling like you're pushing your sliders forward so that you can lift the hips up higher, and then try to squeeze into the armpit. Remember those upward external rotation video? Okay, we'll start there. You're down dog. We'll pull our hands towards our knees, round your back, same effort. Broaden our collarbone, squeeze into the armpit, and then tiptoe, pull, bend, push back up, downward facing dog. We'll do 2 more. Whew, that was intense. Shift your body forward, round your back, broaden your collarbone, squeeze into the armpit, and then bend, pull. Push back up, downward facing dog. 1 more, guys. This is an intense practice. Shift your body forward, round your back, broaden your collarbone, squeeze into the armpit, and then pull forward as you bend. Okay. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then rest in your child's pose. Okay, so later on, as you get stronger, maybe you have no option of the blocks. Okay, but try to build the strength first by doing planks, engaging the front body, and using blocks, knees down. You don't have to rush yourself or to be too hard on yourself just to get that pose. Takes time, takes a lot of patience, and that's one thing that I kind of learned with yoga is patience. Okay, you have to be patient with yourself, because if not, you can get hurt. And that's one thing that I can leave you with for today. We will come to a seated pose. Feel free to practice a different video just to cool down or to create more flow into the practice. But for this video, we'll rest in a seated pose. And then after all that pushing, after all that's shifting forward, try to feel how your shoulders are right now. Maybe you need to broaden the collarbone and readjust how your shoulders are, and then start to tilt your head towards the right side. Maybe not realizing you're crunching a lot towards the shoulders during the time that you were pushing, and then switch to the other side. Coming back center. Taking deep breath here first. Inhale. Exhale. Palms together in front of your heart. Namaste. If you have any comment or suggestions on what other videos that you want, leave a comment below. See you again.
Thank you for practicing yoga with me. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also check out more yoga videos and follow me in my Facebook and Instagram.